Good evening. It's Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. I'm Paula Degnan in for Ann Gownley. For the first time in 34 years, a strike has the faculty and coaches of the state system of higher education walking the picket line. The announcement of the strike action came after 5 this morning after marathon negotiating sessions with the Association of Pennsylvania State College and University faculties wrapped up Tuesday night. The big issues of salary and health care remain unsettled. The system had offered a 3-year deal with 3% raises each year. SSHE also wanted changes in health care coverage, requiring members to shell out more for out-of-pocket expenses. SSHE own and operate Bloomsburg, Kutztown, East Stroudsburg, and 11 other universities. Steps to move Hazleton's financial future in the right direction were discussed at yesterday's council meeting. WILN's Julie Stefanovich has more on that story.
Last night's Hazleton City Council meeting began with a presentation given by Jim Rose from the Department of Community and Economic Development. Hazleton is once again considering enrolling in the Early Intervention Program. DCED works with cities across the state to help with financial problems. A meeting was held last week between DCED, Council President Jack Mundy, and Mayor Jeff Cassatt.
There's some positives and there's some negatives about going into first early intervention and then Act 47. I mean, they really help cities straighten out their finances, and it is sort of a stigma to some cities, but it's worked out for a lot of cities that have straightened out their finances and gotten on a strong footing. West Hazleton's one. They've gotten back on their feet, and they're getting on the right track.
The cost of the EIP survey ranges from $50,000 to $60,000. 90% of that would be funded by the program. The survey would ultimately decide as to whether Hazleton would qualify for Act 47.
The next step is we have to talk about it, whether we want to go ahead with it. The mayor has said that he's going to make payroll for the next 2 months and we're okay. He says the next problem might be into next year, January. He said that at the meeting. I didn't press him for it today, but he said that we're okay for the rest of the year. He thinks that we'll meet payroll. The thing about the mayor is we've gave him a budget, and we hope he tries to stay into that budget. If revenues aren't coming in, then he should come to us and tell us that. If expenses are higher, he should be communicating that with us.
A parking resolution was also tabled at last night's meeting. According to Monday, Mayor Cassatt will be working on a parking meter ordinance, which will then be reviewed by council. The mayor also announced that the official trick-or-treating times for the city will be between 5 and 8 p.m. on Monday, October the 31st. In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
An Ashland man faces assault charges. 35-year-old Joseph Monahan of Gordon is in the Schuylkill County Prison on charges including simple assault and terroristic threats. State police at Frackville say the charges stem from an alleged argument with a 27-year-old Ashland woman back on October 7th. Wilkes-Barre police still looking for those involved in an alleged home invasion. It happened early Tuesday morning at a home on Cary Avenue in South Wilkes-Barre. Those in the home told police 3 people wearing masks broke in the door around 1:30 a.m. The victims told officers they made off with a purse and a cell phone. They were last seen leaving the area in a dark-colored sedan. For many years, local police departments have long wanted the authority to use their own radar. Once again, legislation is up for discussion. Pennsylvania is the only state in the country where police can use radar to enforce speed limits. This week, the state Senate overwhelmingly passed a bill granting radar use to local departments. That bill now has to go to the House and be signed by the governor. Many doubt it will happen with only a handful of legislative sessions left in the voting session. The 2016 legislative session ends in November. Also in the state Senate this week, a bill giving wider leeway to organizations to sue over local gun laws passed. The law would allow organizations such as the National Rifle Association and Gun Owners of America to sue municipalities with gun restrictions stricter than Commonwealth law. The bill is almost identical to an earlier law which was struck down by the state Supreme Court. Governor Tom Wolf has already said he's against it and would veto it. When she's sentenced Monday, former Attorney General Kathleen Kane and her attorneys say she should get probation and/or house arrest. The prosecution says she should get jail time. The Scranton native's attorney argued Kane has already suffered a tremendous fall from grace after a jury convicted her of perjury, obstruction, and other charges back in August. The Democrat and first woman to be elected to the office of State Attorney General stepped down shortly after the verdict. Jail time under the existing law could mean a maximum of 12 to 24 years in prison. Pet lovers in the area are able to donate items to Fairway Subaru in Hazleton throughout the month of October. Today, members of the Hazleton Animal Shelter gathered at the dealership to help raise awareness of the Subaru Loves Pet program. Director of Marketing and Advertising for Fairway Subaru Chevrolet, Rich Molinaro, says they're pleased to be part of the program.
An adoption this coming Saturday where people could come in and learn the process of adopting a pet. In addition to that, Fairway Subaru will be collecting pet supplies throughout the month of October. So we're asking everyone that loves pets to please bring in a supply of any pet supply that you could bring. We'd appreciate it, and up until October 31st. And we want to thank the Hazleton Animal Shelter. It's a great partnership, and we like to help them out as much as we can during this event.
The Hazleton Animal Shelter has plenty of animals looking for their forever home.
The animal shelter has tons of wonderful cats and dogs ready for their forever homes, ready to be adopted. The shelter is open every day except for Wednesday and Saturday. The office hours are 8 to 4 daily, and adoptions are 1 to 4. So please stop by and pick out your forever animal.
And if you drop off a donation this Saturday, you might meet your very own new best friend. An adoption event being held at the dealership. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Hey, Paula, hopefully you got a chance to enjoy the nice weather today while it lasted, because all of this nice weather is going to shortly come to an end. We got some rain in our forecast. We got some cooler temperatures in our forecast. And how about some overnight lows dropping down into the 30s? Yeah, that's going to happen. I'll let you know when, coming up in a few. Paul?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, WILN's Abby Piskel takes us to a safe driving event. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Townley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
It's Oktoberger. The sale's so big they named a month after it. 2016 GMC Sierra 2500, save up to $8,000 from stock. Save up to $5,000 in this 2016 Buick Encore or lease it for $185 a month. Save over $3,000 on this 2017 GMC Terrain or lease it $199 a month.
It's Oktoberger at Berger Buick GMC Cadillac Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Roadway safety, something that should never be taken for granted. Today, residents of Heritage Hills Senior Center received a refresher course to make sure they stay safe on the roads. WILN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Today was day one of a two-day driver safety program provided by AARP at the Heritage Hill Senior Community. Those in attendance received a refresher on road safety and different tips for safe driving.
Let me just go over some of the new laws that have changed in the way the vehicles are changing, the way their bodies are changing. You know, we're all getting older, things change, you know, and just some suggestions on how to prevent that from happening.
Although the program is designed for senior citizens, road safety tips are something that every driver can learn. Since many seniors haven't taken their driver's test in years, this program helps provide them with updated information without having to take the driver's test again.
If they take some of the suggestions that we give them, and they follow the driving laws, we're just refreshing them. Most of them haven't looked at the driver manual since they took the driver's test. So we're just refreshing their memory, and we're giving it not just to senior citizens, but it could be recommended for any adult with a driver's license. We would prefer that, although they wouldn't be eligible for some of the benefits, but I would recommend it for anybody to take it.
This program is just one of the many that is hosted at Heritage Hill.
We're always holding special events. Many of them are open to the public. We have a full schedule of activities for our residents as well as events that are open to the public. Our next event that we are holding and open to the public, we are hosting a safe trick-or-treat night here at Heritage Hill, and that will be on Halloween, Monday, October 31st from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and it's open to children up to 10 years of age.
Again, tomorrow is the last day of the Safe Drivers course, and it is open to the public. For more information, visit www.heritagehillsenior.com. In Weatherly, for WILN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek back with a full look at our forecast and, of course, a check on sports as well. Don't go away.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Since 2001, Hazelton Imaging has been offering the best care, a staff that is kind and courteous, and a radiologist on site. Hazelton Imaging is less expensive than most hospitals, and they offer self-pay pricing. Call Hazelton Imaging today at 570-501-SCAN.
When you're looking for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, Lehighton Kia is the place to go. They showcase a variety of vehicles, like the totally transformed Soul and the eye-catching Cadenza, the Kia Optima, not your average midsize sedan, the Forte lineup, including the Coupe and popular 5-door, the Sorento and Sportage, with a bold array of features. Ask about specials and incentives, and you can't beat the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Lehighton Kia, 21 Blakesley Boulevard, Lehighton. Call them at 610-377-1570.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Well, definitely a beautiful day across northeastern and central Pennsylvania, feeling more summer-like versus where we're at in fall. Unfortunately, we're going to start to feel the fall come back once again as we progress through the weekend and as we go into next week especially, so be prepared for those much cooler temperatures heading in our direction, and some of those overnight lows dropping down into the 30s. Far from 30s today, as we've been looking at temperatures 70s somewhere throughout the state of Pennsylvania, where it's normally warmer. Temperatures in the 80s. So we got 70s and 80s this time of year. You can't beat it for this type of weather across the Northeast, but again, that's going to be short-lived, and that's going to come to an end, and it's going to come to an end with some rain that's going to occur across our area. But right now, look at those numbers. Temperatures in the 70s still. Feels very nice outside. Even had a touch of that humidity in the air. We have not seen any rainfall since the midnight hour, and those winds practically non-existent. So how did we do today temperature-wise for the high and the low right here? We did manage to get up to 75 degrees, the morning low of 63, so even the early morning low was still relatively mild for this time of year, and the wind gusts coming in at 18 miles per hour. No matter where you go throughout the state of Pennsylvania, we got lots of sunshine mixed with some clouds. Temperatures 70s, some areas in the 80s, and the normally warmer locations, including Philadelphia, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. You definitely wouldn't think it's fall. You wouldn't think it's October going into November, but yeah, it's true, and it's nice. If we can only keep this weather for the rest of the year, unfortunately, slowly but surely, this nice weather is coming to an end. And here's a look at the winds. Really not much of a factor across our area. So going into the next couple of days, we're going to see some scattered showers developing for tomorrow. Still mild, but not quite as warm as what we saw today. Should get up to about 62 degrees. And then steadier, heavier rain likely going into our Friday. About 57 degrees. Still a chance of some leftover scattered showers for Saturday. You know what? I don't know if we're going to get out of the 40s. I mean, it's going to be quite chilly. And then in the 50s as we go into our Sunday, and we got upper 40s, lower 50s going into next week, and see some of those overnight lows dropping down into the 30s. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
Northeast Gold and Silver Exchange inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Unwanted, broken, old, or new. They pay top dollar for silver coins, national currency, fine and sterling silver flatware. Locally owned and operated, in business for 47 years. Northeast Gold and Silver Exchange is open Monday through Saturday 10 to 7. Call them today at 570-497-4177 or stop in and see them.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapy to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton. 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
If you're looking for a good pre-owned vehicle, check out BLB for Tax Time Special. Get the best return on your tax check at BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive, located on Route 940 in Harley. Call 570-454-7571.
Welcome back to WYLN News. I'm Abby Piskel, and I'm joined with Tammy Martin, who's here to talk to us about a special event that's coming up this November. So Tammy, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
On November 5th at 7 o'clock in the evening at the Delacroix Memorial Field in Freeland, we're going to do our second annual lantern launch. Last year we did it. It was our first year, and we had over 500 lanterns go up at once. All the money that is raised from this benefits the annual dinner dance for Country for a Cure, and all the money raised stays local to help those patients battling cancer.
So why lanterns? Is there a special symbolism with that?
Well, Chinese theory says that if you write a message on one of those lanterns and you light it and let it go, it goes up to heaven and it sends the message to a lost loved one. But like I told everybody last year, you don't have to light the lantern. you know, in memory of someone. You can light it in honor of someone. You can just come down and have a good time. You know, it's a good night to spend with the family. It's early. It's before the snow flies, hopefully. And it's just a good night out for everybody, and it goes for a great cause.
So how does someone get the lantern?
The lanterns cost $5 each. You can contact either myself, my daughter Amanda, or Donald Leschko from the Hazelton Fire Department. We also have a Facebook page. You can contact us through that. We are taking orders up until the 30th, and then after that they're only going to be available the night of the event. Unfortunately, the lanterns that are going to be available that night are limited because we only ordered so many of them. So if you want the lanterns, just give us a call, message us on Facebook. It's Light Up the Night for a Cure, and we'll be glad to put you down for them. And I will also be in the video store next week every night from around 4 to 6, and you can come if you pre-ordered them and you want to pick them up ahead of time. That you can write a message on them, or you know, you want to have the kids decorate them before you light them. You can pick them up ahead of time. Like I said, we can't emphasize enough. Please, if you want to do it, pre-order them, and hope to see us all there.
So talk to me a little bit about the cause. I know you've had Country for a Cure, Clams for a Cure. Where is all of this money going?
All the money for this is actually going to be in January. We started a dinner dance, and it raises money for people battling cancer. This year will actually be our 20th anniversary, so we're pretty excited about that. So this year we decided to add Clams for a Cause, and then of course the Lantern Lunch, which was a huge success last year. All the money stays local. It doesn't go outside of our area. Anyone who's battling cancer and just needs a little bit of help, they're the people that we do this for.
Well, it certainly sounds like a great time, and again, that will be on November 5th at 7 p.m. at the Delacroce Memorial Field in Freeland, so be sure to check that out. Stay tuned. More news is coming your way here on WYLN.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The rehab center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistance. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683. Family and friends come from all over the area to enjoy a fabulous dining experience at Graziano's Restaurant. You choose your dinner from a menu that is filled with all freshly made to order entrees. You'll never be disappointed, and you'll leave satisfied.
A streak can technically be just 2 games. So Hazelton football with a chance to start a winning streak in Friday's game of the week. The Cougars match up against Dallas, who have the same 1-7 record. The Mountaineers equally inexperienced as Hazelton and are suffering injuries as well. So the opportunity is there. It's a busy week being homecoming, but a coach's job is to help avoid distractions.
Friday night is to play our best football game of the year. You know, we can't control what happened last week or any other previous weeks. All we can control from this point forward is continue to get our kids better and play with energy and enthusiasm as the year wraps up here. And the next task at hand is Dallas at home Friday night.
Game of the week this Friday as Hazelton hosts Dallas. Fans encouraged to wear pink to Harmon Guy Stadium to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hazelton accustomed to being on the wrong end of plays of the week. Not the case in this week's edition. Cougars running back Adrian Otero without much room to run on Friday. Not much room to snag this one as a receiver, but he does. A crucial before-half touchdown for Otero. That ball delivered by Sparky Walk. Fast forward 2 quarters and a quarterback-on-quarterback crime. Walk playing safety, picks off Donegal to seal the Cougars' first victory of the season. And it's a collective game-long effort given to Crestwood's Lance Bloss in our game of the week. 29 carries, 325 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the Dikembe Wag, that will guarantee you a spot on Plays of the Week. Ohio State won the national championship 2 years ago, but Penn State almost prevented the Buckeyes title. The Nittany Lions took 2014's matchup to 2 overtimes before falling. 2016's version at Beaver Stadium will be just as difficult, with OSU entering 6-0 and number 2 in the nation, but it always helps to be at home.
I think whiteout probably exemplifies what makes this place so special. There's not too many places in the country that can fill up a 107,000 seat stadium. Just when we've had our lengthy discussions about rivalries or about conference game or non-conference games or big games, we don't change our approach. I think for the exact reason that you're saying right now is they know this is a big game.
The big game kicks off at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. So it had been a pretty long time since Marion Catholic Girls Volleyball had lost a Schuylkill League match. To be exact, 60 matches ago in the 2012 league semifinals. Tuesday, the 2016 semis. Phillies facing Blue Mountain. Marion takes the first set, but Lady Eagles claim the next 2. Phillies fight back, forcing a race to 15 in the 5th and final set. But with this, the streak is over. Blue Mountain celebrates as they should. They move on to the finals, where they will face Panther Valley on Thursday. Now semifinal soccer, Blue Mountain and Schuylkill Haven. The Post, the Eagles' worst enemy in the first half. Things change though in the second. Eagles go on for a 3-0 victory. The championship game Saturday versus Williams Valley. And the Rail Riders are adding another former major leaguer to their front office. After Hazleton native Russ Kanzler joined the club as a business development executive in April, former MLB All-Star and Red Baron and current Northeastern PA resident Andy Ashby was added to the team's ownership group. Today, Ashby will also serve as the local ambassador for the 2017 National Championship game, which will be held at PNC Field. And today, this result just in District 2 Tennis Championships, the duo from Hazleton, Lily Nowak and Stephanie Mazurik, they captured the doubles title, so congrats to them. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
At All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Ram Power Days and Jeep Celebration event. Stop in today.
October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Join me, Erin Harvey, every Tuesday and Thursday for a special series here on WYLN News. I will talk with survivors to hear their stories, along with medical specialists to learn how to treat, beat, and prevent breast cancer.
Affordable Dumpsters specializing in estate cleanups, general cleanups, hauling, foreclosure cleanups, waste removal, demolition, as well as fire, water, and mold damage. We supply containers of all sizes. Call 570-427-4976.
Connects Janitorial Service, carpet cleaning, tile, linoleum, hardwood floor refinishing. Also office and home cleaning for dependable service. Call Connects Janitorial Service 570-788-2748.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
All right, guys, we've got some showers around for tomorrow in the 60s, and then after that it cools down into the 50s with some steadier, heavier rain coming into play for Friday. Some leftover showers still possible for at least the first part of Saturday. A much chillier air on the move going into next week, and those overnight lows going to be much chillier as well. You're going to have to probably turn on the heater, put the extra blanket on if you're going out. The jacket, 30s,
and
maybe some snow flurries.
That's what I was going to ask that. Are we?
Apparently.
I'm not waiting for it. I don't know about you.
I mean, that's what we've been holding off on.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it had to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
You a tennis guy or a golf guy?
Both.
Are you? I kind of figured. I had that feeling. You have yourselves a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay tuned here. More news on WYLN.